Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Jay Bari back with another video, here to talk about greatness once again, which is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Coming out very soon. Yes, I said very soon. I know it's not very soon, but I still said it, okay? March 3rd, 2020, it is coming out. But this video, guys, I'm going to do a nice little short little bit as far as some new news that have been taking place when it comes to Final Fantasy VII Remake, where Tetsuya Nomura came out and gave some nice little tidbits as far as some information that is going to be taking place within the game. So this stream is going to be talking about those nice little news that we got, that is confirmed, that's going to be in the game, in the remake, and I'm just going to here to display it, talk about it for a little bit, then I'm out of here. So this is not going to be too long, but I really want to make this like a like an ongoing thing until the game come out, just to make sure all the information is up to snuff with everyone for this game. And yeah, let's get right into it, because we have some goodie here, man. So this morning I was reading an article from Jamatsu, and they was talking about how Tetsuya Nomura confirmed some nice little tidbits here within Final Fantasy VII Remake. The scans are out here, interviews is going left and right, and we got to talk to my boy Tetsuya for a second. You know what I mean? We got to talk to him. So let me get this thing here like so, just so it can be much bigger. Let's zoom in here. I want everybody to see this. All right, so here's the article. The title of the article: Final Fantasy VII Remake director Tetsuya Nomura confirmed Honeybee cross-dressing event, new events, dialogue options, and enemies. Oh, You know, a lot of people was, you know, and pretty much speculating that there's no way they're going to include the honeybee cross-dressing event within the game. You know, or some people were saying they hope that they include those little, you know, funny but kind of corny moments in Final Fantasy VII remake, and he's pretty much confirming that those stuff is going to be in there. So I'm just going to go over the list here as far as all this information. Oh, let me mute my phone for a second. So this is the new scan that came out here that's displaying the release date of the game. You have some of the story elements here, and throughout the whole Jamatsu, you know, they had the interview in here. Yo, Mr. Eddie, what is good, man? What is good? So they said the latest issue of the weekly Famitsu has an interview with Final Fantasy VII remake director Tetsuya Nomura, the legend, yes, the legend, who shares some various new details about the game. Here are some noteworthy tidbits. All right, so remember in our breakdown video we was talking about a certain, like, you know, shadowy presence that you know Aerith and Cloud was encountering. They gave some tidbits as far as that shadowy little misty you know, characters that we saw. So the Watchmen of Fate, that's, you know, parentheses, the black mist in the trailer. So if you click here, you know, I mean, you're going to see the little mist here. This is what they're talking about here as far as the Watchmen of Fate, right? So this is what they're talking about here. Everybody remember this in the trailer that was displayed last week. That is what they meant here by the Watchmen of Fate. So basically, he said, are mysterious beings that appear before the party wherever they go. Yo, Chris Ratchets, what's good, man? I hope that even those who have played the original game will enjoy the new elements. So this is a completely new element. Remember, we was just like speculating as far as what that presence can be, and I was talking about how these might be like, you know, like the remnants of the, you know, the reunion theory, as far as, you know, all those little black cloak people that was pretty much marked and, you know, was praising Sephiroth, and, you know, everybody joining for the reunion with Sephiroth, you know, throughout the game that we played in Final Fantasy VII, the original game. I was making it like maybe those are like the spirits that's what, you know, is showing within Cloud's mind, but Aerith can still see it because she's a Cetra, and, you know, things like that. But from what he's saying is that they're called the Watchmen of Fate. They are mysterious beings that appear before the party wherever they go. So throughout the whole game, you're going to be, you know, these enemies, or this ghostly cloak figure is going to be a recurring presence within the enemy, and he's saying that hopefully people will enjoy it, these new elements. All right, so next, going on, there has been quite a bit dialogue options. We're making it so dialogue changes depend on your response to the sheer volume of dialogue has increased. So that's really great. Final Fantasy VII always had like dialogue options, but never to the level of, like, you know, like a Witcher or, you know, probably Cyberpunk or those games. You know, it was more contained within, you know, as far as who you're going to take it on a date at a Golden Saucer. So you have Aerith, you have Tifa, you have Barrett, that you pretty much can take in a date within you know, the Golden Saucer. So however you answer each question, or however you answer each, like, you know, dialogue that is given to you within the game, how Cloud answers it, that will give you like a plus points for a certain character and minus points for some characters depending on your answer, right? And then you find out who pretty much, you know, Cloud is leaning towards with all the dialogue options that you went through in the original game, where you end up in the date in the Golden Saucer, where you have that nice little moment where you're on the gondola and, you know, you're having a conversation. So in here, they're pretty much saying that they have expanded that. And also, with your, matter of fact, back to the original, you also have the dialogue options with certain party members as well. So you know, for you picking up Yuffie, you know, you do certain things, right? You answer certain questions. For you picking up Vincent, you do the same. So you have those dialogue options that will, you know, trigger to see if that party member will come with you or not. But here they're looking like they're going to expand it much bigger, because they added a sheer volume of dialogue within the game, which is awesome, because, you know, Final Fantasy, the original game, didn't have, you know, any voiceovers and stuff like that. So, you know, you're going to have to increase that type of volume of dialogue that's going to be happening in the game. And from the things that I've seen, that people have, you know, and the things I've heard that people have played from the demo or, you know, just from the trailers, you can tell that the dialogue options or the dialogue in the game is expansive, right? It's a lot of dialogue going on within the game. So that's really cool to hear. All right, the big confirm here, the honeybee in cross dressing event is still in. We have made it more modern. If we made the facility like we did in the original game, the physical unease would be staggering. So that's not good. So yeah, they made it more modern. So obviously there's going to be different, like you know, it's probably going to be like a different lead up, you know, just to make it more sound with today's age, I guess. Because, you know, the honeybee in cross dressing stuff, it was funny. It was a time where, you know, you just letting down, you just like getting a quick little laugh, but it led up to a serious event, right? So they say they're making it more modern. I wonder how modern they're going to make it be. Hopefully they still keep that corniness in it, that humor in it. You know what I mean? Don't make it too modern where it's just gonna be over easy, or you scared of the, you know, the social, you know, justice warriors. Yo, Vajra, what's good, man? It's crazy. I hope it's voice acted. Yes, this whole game is gonna be voice overed. They already announced all the characters as far as the people that's playing, like Cloud and Barrett and Tifa and Seth Roth and, you know, Aerith. They confirm everybody that's going to be doing the voiceovers for them, so it's all going to be voiceover. But yeah, that's, you know, this scene in this game is a scary moment in this game when it comes to today's day and age, right? Because everybody is so offended by everything in today's day and age, right? So you definitely gotta watch out for things like that within the game. And I understand that with that, but hopefully I just want them to keep that humor there, to keep that kind of corniness there, but also keep in the vein that it is a very serious situation that, you know, is leading up to. Just by the look of the game, it looks like they're going to keep that serious moment, but, you know, I want to see how far they're going to go with the Cloud cross dressing, right? You know, Cloud, he was uneasy with it, he was uncomfortable. You know, hopefully they convey that within the facial expressions, you know, with the dialogue, voiceovers. Make it show that he's uncomfortable, you know, doing this action, but he's doing it to save a friend, or he's doing it to pretty much learn more about what Shinra is doing and all that stuff. So, you know, that this is going to be really cool to see what they do in this game, man, because I know how today's day and age is going to be, and it is not a pretty sight when it comes to these things where people just get so offended, you know, left and right. So that's going to be cool for them to show, but, you know, we gonna see. All right. So yeah, moving along, there are quite a few additions to the scenario. While the main story itself hasn't changed, there are countless numbers of new events. Otherwise we wouldn't have 2 Blu-ray discs left. So this is pretty much confirming that they have added a lot of content towards the game where it takes up 2 Blu-ray discs. You know, a lot of people is very skeptical about why the game needs 2 Blu-ray discs, or why is it just in Midgar. But they're pretty much confirming here that, yo, there's quite a few scenarios that they're adding in here. The main story is still intact, which is great. You don't want to change the main story, you know what I mean? But if you have things outside of it, sides, you know, side missions, side quests, you know, side little dialogue that's going on, that's even more, because you're adding upon a great story that we love and adore, but you just, you know, putting a little bit more oomph in it, you sprinkling a little bit more, you know, content in there, which is great, you know what I mean? So when I read this part, this little tidbit here, I kind of smiled, because I was like, okay, I already knew why you have 2 Blu-ray discs, because you're expanding so much upon the game, right? But just confirming once again that you're keeping the main story intact. You know, the main story itself hasn't changed. There are countless number of new events in the game. You know what I mean? That's cool. And that's why you're seeing it where it's just Midgar. And that's why the first game can just be in Midgar, because they're adding so much. So that even gets me even more hype for the things that they're going to do, you know, in the second game. What new content they're going to add in the second game to expand the story and all that stuff. So I'm very, very happy about that. All right, let's get into the heroines here, where we have Aerith and Tifa are double heroines. One has a Western style look and the other have an Eastern style look. So yeah, so I guess they're catering to both. It looks like Aerith is more of the Western style. I mean the Eastern style, and Tifa is more, you know, the Western style, right? Because if Tifa was Western, if she was Eastern style, you know, that she would have no double you know, sports bra on, right? So moving on, we wanted Tifa to have abs, so she has an athletic body. The ethics department at Square Enix also told us that we had to tighten her chest as not to get unnatural during all the intense scenes. From there, we got the black underwear fitted tank top. Oh, so this does confirm what I'm hearing too. So yeah, Chris Righteous. So pretty much they basically say, like, a lot of people say, oh, Tifa, her breast has been reduced, but from here they pretty much saying that no, her breast hasn't been reduced, but it does tighten things up. And remember I said that in the breakdown in my video, I was like, yo, Tifa, her breast didn't really get reduced. It's just because she has two freaking, you know, sport bra on. So this is pretty much confirming it right here. From there, we got the black underwear and the fitted tank top. So, you know, they're not saying that they reduced it. They just tighten it up because they probably, I guess they want to reduce, you know, jiggle physics and, you know, people, you know, probably, you know, see that what they say right here? The ethics department at Square. 1 second, guys. Let me take this phone call. Yeah, so, you know, they already know how it is in this day and age. You know, we that played the original game, yeah, we wanted to see how Tifa is gonna be looking with her breast jiggling and all that stuff fighting. But today's day and age, social justice warriors, it is not happening. You know what I mean? So Nomura confirming that you know, the ethics department at Square Enix, you know, contacting them, let them know that, hey, you got to tighten that chest up a little bit. We don't want things looking too crazy. This is not Dead or Alive. We don't want no issues, you know, when it comes to, you know, you releasing this game. So, you know, they added certain things to Tifa's outfit just to make it more concealed. Yeah, and I think she still does look beautiful. I'm happy with her redesign too. She looks good. Her boobs are still big. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just tight. It's just, she got two sports bra on. What can you say? With an emphasis on immersion and exhilaration, you can fight without stress throughout the use of shortcuts. When you open the command menu, time slows and you can fight like a command battle. So this is the hybrid system that it is pretty much going into more detail with. And from day one, I called this that there's some type of hybrid. I don't think this is a full-on action game. And like when I saw that trailer, when I saw the reveal, I was just happy as hell, man. I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew, but not everybody knew. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, for those people that still want that, you know, tactical feel, you do have the command menu where it slows down the time and you can pretty much do what you got to do, take your time within the battle system. So I personally, I feel that people can't really complain about this battle system in this game because it's giving you best of both worlds. You know what I mean? You have the action, where I do feel that the whole command menu is unavoidable. It's unavoidable, especially if you only have 2 ATB bars. If that can increase to like 3, 4, then I can see, you know, you can avoid in the shortcuts a little bit more, or the command menu a little bit more because you have the shortcuts. But with only 2, I don't see the whole command menu being unavoidable. You're gonna have to do it because you're gonna have to want to go and control Barry or Tifa and let them know, you know what I mean, what to do while you're doing your attacks. So as much as it's pretty action, it's still keeping true to the tactical feel that, you know, the original game had. Each playable character has different enemy affinities. An item is required for MP recovery. For the sake of level design, we're preparing a few enemies where necessary. So when it comes to the level design, they're going to place enemies in certain spots. So I can definitely see like them saying that certain enemies are going to be in different spots. They're still going to be the same spot, but certain enemies probably going to be different spot just to, you know, to fit the level design here, right? And each player have different enemy affinities. They're pretty much saying that basically each character that you play, they're gonna do best against certain enemies, right? Like Barrett, he's gonna do best against those long range turrets that Cloud can't reach. So, you know what I mean? There's gonna be certain enemies that each character is going to attribute much better than the other one will. You know, similar to how Final Fantasy X battle system was, or how you know, 13 was as well. You know, with 13 you had the paradigm, you know, shifts where you're like, oh, this is not working out, I got to switch up my team to get a different paradigm, that this might be a better result against this enemy or this boss fight. And just like in 10, right, 10, you know, each character can attribute to different enemies, right? So if you have one of those thick skin enemies, you're probably going to have to call in Auron, you know, to get him in the party so he can you know, do his slash and cut down the thicker ones. The faster enemies is mostly going to be for Tidus and all that stuff, and the more like, you know, what's the jelly enemies called? They're more like the magic user, you know what I mean, that would use that stuff. So that's really cool to hear. Like I said, it all goes back to tactical combat, where I feel like majority of the people that play this game is going to really like this combat, because I don't think it's going to be just the pick up hack and slash type Final Fantasy game like you got in 15, right? 15 didn't really require any strategy per se. You know, it just required more of a you know, being at the right spot, being at the proper level, you know, having the right weapon. Where this game, you know, you're gonna have to be a little bit more tactical as far as, okay, I got Barry in here to handle these enemies. I have Cloud here because, you know, he can handle pretty much almost everybody. You know, Tifa is probably gonna have to slug it out with these guys here. You know what I mean? That's gonna be really cool. And just looking at the boss fights, if the boss fights is anything like the guard Scorpion, or what's it called, the Scorpion Sentinel. If they're anything like that, man, this game is gonna be amazing. Yo, Envy of Astoria, what is good, man? What is good? So basically, guys, that is the news for this episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake news. This is the first one that we're gonna do, and like I said, I'm gonna continue to do this just so everybody can stay up to date as far as the game and what is going on with the game. So hearing all these tidbits that has been confirmed from Tetsuya Nomura, this got me a little bit happy here. I'm very interested, or I might create like a little, you know, theory video as far as this being here, the Watchmen of Fate. I'm probably going to create like a little theory video as far as that, and how they're gonna, you know, how they're gonna implement them in the game. But we'll see later on. We'll definitely see later on. But very, very happy with this interview. Very, very happy with what's going down with the game. I can't wait to play it. See you guys March 3rd, 2020. That is going to be Final Fantasy VII Day. Everything is getting shut down that day, guys. But yo, episode 1, let me know in the comments, guys, if you like this stuff, if you want me to continue this stuff. Let me know your feedback in the comments below. Also, guys, I'm going to be on a podcast tonight. One second here. I'm going to be on a podcast tonight with my man Meta. Meta is pretty much doing like a comic book podcast, and I'm going to be a guest for it tonight. So if you guys are interested in wanting to come on through tonight, it's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. This is the link right here. Come on through. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to be talking about pretty much Dark Phoenix, the Umbrella Academy. We're going to be talking about like favorite comic book characters and stuff like that. Oh, we're going to talk about Patsy Walker, you know, Hellcat. That's in season 3 of well, she's more being herself in season 3 of Jessica Jones. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about a few things there, man. So definitely come on through, show some support, and I mean, let me know that you guys in the chat when it does go live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, it would be cool to see you guys. All right. Yo, Christopher, what's good, man? You say you just subbed to Meta. That's cool, man. Yeah, see you guys later at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm about to get up out of here though. I'm about to pick somebody up and drop them off, and then go get something to eat before the podcast. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Catch you guys on the next stream, where we're going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that'll probably be number 2 as more news come to us. All right, so catch y'all later. It's your boy Jay Bari, and I'm gone. Deuces.